First question is about your public, your fans. What are the difficulties they found using Web3, the new technology? What are the weakness and strengths of this new technology for your fans?
Well, there is a little bit of a learning curve of getting involved in it, and I think people really have to have a call to want to be involved in NFTs. So connecting with my fans that currently exist before Web3, there hasn't been a lot of crossover between them and people who are buying my music as crypto art or NFTs. The flip side of it, the strength is that there's a whole new collector base that I've discovered who are interested in crypto art and music, Web3 music, and that's cool because they're interested in it, they get it, they know what it is, they have the resources and the finance to spend on NFTs. So in a way, it's helped me discover a whole new base of collectors, super fans, and I think one of the beautiful things about blockchain technology and music and art is that it's restoring value to music as an art form, where I feel like in the industry, it's sometimes hard to get people to even pay for music, or see it as a legitimate art form, even though it enhances and enriches our people's lives so much.
Kind of technology, how is changing your way to produce music? What is the difference when you use the Web 2 years ago and now?
Yeah. Well, the past 2 or 3 years has been just an experiment in releasing basically everything that I do in Web3, on the blockchain. And it's been a prosperous one relative to Web 2. So, and I'm kind of coming full circle where it's like, I want my music to be heard and seen by everybody who resonates with it. That being said, I've wrote a lot of songs about NFTs and cryptocurrency. I wrote the first song ever about the Bored Ape Yacht Club. It's called Bored Ape Yacht Club Anthem. That was May of 2021. And that was just messing around with friends on Clubhouse. And then I would go and perform it live on Clubhouse, which is like, I feel like Clubhouse, Twitter Spaces, this is a really cool manifestation of the metaverse. Probably the most practical and accessible versions, I don't know if everybody's gonna wanna come into some kind of digital or technological animated video game type space and assume an avatar of an ape or whatever it is. But people coming together from all over the world and having a conversation or being able to perform is super cool. I still feel like there's nothing like the real thing. Like there's nothing like rocking on a stage with people in real life. But I've written a lot of like crypto anthems. One of the first pieces I ever did was called Fuck a Gas Fee. And it was kind of like a commentary on Ethereum. And, I think we've all been there at some point where we're trying to do something on the Ethereum blockchain and gas is ridiculous. I mean, 2021, it was not uncommon for gas to be $100, $200 to do a transaction, And there was this conversation taking place about the Ethereum blockchain's effect and impact on Mother Earth. It kind of was like an inside joke and almost got to be a little bit ridiculous. So that was a statement. And we planted like I think we planted like 50 or 100 trees off of the sales of that because I minted it on the Tezos blockchain instead of Ethereum. Yeah, I'm chain agnostic. I think go to any chain that it makes sense for you to do it on. And then one of my most recent pieces is a song called "Don't Click Any Motherfucking Links." If it's too good to be true, honor what you think. Don't click any motherfucking links. Embrace your own self-sovereignty. Don't click any motherfucking links. Decentralize the lights when they blink. Don't click any motherfucking links. because it can all happen in a blink. Don't click any motherfucking links. And it goes on, you know, because so many people have lost all their digital assets, their Bored Apes or whatever the hell it was, because they clicked a malicious link. So, yeah, so I've written a lot of songs about crypto where I never really, I think I wrote 1 or 2 songs in the past, but it's more steered to that. But I'm coming full circle, and now, I really want people in the space to embrace my work and see my work not just as a gimmick or something to do with the Bored Apes, but as something that's like, this is legitimate art, and we're just doing it as crypto art on the blockchain. Because I think, yeah, just moving from that space as opposed to like, it has to be geared to it, like do what I do and do what I do well, and put it out there as my expression, you know, my self-expression is art.
Are you working a lot in NFT, or do you have some team helping you to build NFT and something?
Damn, it feels like I'm alone a lot of times. But, well, for example, like I've got a project called the Bored Ape Record Club. And I mentioned I wrote the first song ever about the Bored Apes. We're going to release it someday. And I have a dev team that's working with me on that. Pogsy Tech, super cool. They did like Toy Boogers. They've done a bunch of other projects. They're a cool team out of Canada and Turkey. Shout out to brother Akeem. So yeah, like I have that team, and then Dario De Siena did the art for that project. But as far as everything else, I'm pretty much doing all the heavy lifting myself. Shout out to the dev team though. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do that project if I didn't have them. I'd like to work with more people, but I think one of the cool things about Web3 is you could work with a team, you could be independent, you could be, you know, a solo artist, and you have the tools to just release what you want to release and do it independently. But I don't think you can survive in this space without the people. You have to, I mean, it's a space that's very much rooted in our connection to each other. And so, you know, definitely like make friends, figure out who you vibe with, who you connect with, because not only are they going to be your friends, they're going to be the people who share your work. They might be your collectors, you know? And I don't think that you should necessarily make friends just for the sake of a transaction or to make them collectors, but when there's an overlap, we're all supporting each other in the space. And yeah, I suppose they say find your tribe, which I kind of have an issue with that term, but you know, find your people and connect with them and grow off of that.
And what kind of suggestion for new entry in Web3? I mean, new artist, new musician entry in Web3.
Yeah, I have a friend in the space. His name's Kane Mayfield. He's a crypto artist. He's an MC, a rapper, and he says that NFTs live in 5 places: Twitter, or I guess X now, Clubhouse, Discord, Telegram, and Reddit. If you're coming into the space, spend time in all of those spaces, in all those places, and ask yourself, check in regularly, you know, how much time you're spending in each place. Maybe you find a community in Discord that totally loves what you do. Go spend time there. Put on live performances if you're a musician. Same with Twitter. You know, like a lot of stuff goes down on Twitter. There's a lot of great conversations about Web3, cryptocurrency, crypto art. Find your people there. You could do live performances. Kane also says the grass is greenest where you water it. So wherever you find the place where you're thriving, where you're supported, where you find the people who are gonna back you and support you and share your stuff. And by the way, they don't necessarily need to be a collector. Like a retweet goes a long way. You know what I mean? Like sharing your work with somebody who they might be. So I would recommend to people to go into those 5 places and yeah, buckle up.
Good luck.
Yeah, it's a good time, and it would be a really interesting time. It's an interesting time for people who are coming into the space because of the market and conditions, but it's also, if you can build something at this moment right now, when the cycle turns back around or when it changes or shifts, you can be very well positioned. So welcome, come check it out, come be a part of the movement, and we'll be happy to have you. So yeah.
The last question is about your project, future project, and the past project. I mean, where people can find your music.
Yeah, so I would say the hub for everything right now, for the most part, is my Twitter, Guido_Corleone on Twitter, or X, if you want to call it X. I think the kids are calling it X. I still call it Twitter. And as far as projects, got a lot of cool stuff brewing. I mentioned the Bored Ape Record Club. That's really looking at ways to reimagine distribution models of music and blockchain and disrupt the models that currently exist that aren't so supportive and helpful to musicians. Traditional music industry has been, a chitlin circuit, a sharecropping, indentured servitude model, and Web3 helps us take the power back. And wrote the first song about the apes. Dario De Siena did the art. You get the song, you get the NFT, you get membership to the Bored Ape Record Club, and then every NFT comes with a physical vinyl record. And we don't want to just do songs about apes. We just want to do great music in general, So that's a cool project. We were talking about a project I shot in Vietnam with my partner. We got a crew called Truth and Love. It's kind of a French new wave short film that we're going to fractionalize and do that. We just dropped an NFT called I Love Her, celebrating 50 years of hip-hop culture, music, people, arts. And that's a cool music video ode to the feminine in hip-hop. 25% of it is going back to buy art and collect art from women in the space. And I don't know, probably one of the coolest things that I think we're working on is trying to support my friends in Palestine right now who have an organization. Yeah, they got an organization called Skatekelia, and they've been devastated by COVID, empowering young people in Palestine through skateboarding, leadership skills, youth empowerment, the arts, drama, and if there was ever a use case for cryptocurrency, it would be to move funds over walls with gun towers that are dividing people and to empower young people. So they're having a hard time and we're working on that. So check out Skatekelia, doing great things for young people in Palestine. That's a cross section of what I'm working on.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. Yeah, brother. My man.